All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's a big number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
If you're trying to do something, you gotta lead with the ball.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They send the tight end in motion. Back to the air one more time. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Butker's kick is good. And the Colts are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
2nd down and 3. Tight end going in motion here. They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
A loss of 18 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
You know, Mike, we all understand that the NFL is a passing league, but typically when you're backed up this close to your own goal line, you tend to want to keep it on the ground for this very reason. Not only does the play result in a turnover, but now your defense has to go out there and defend a short field.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. Here's a first carry for their running back. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. 17 touchdowns now on the year. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He gets it to go. Panthers move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
The play clock down to 0, and this not the best of sequences. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to pick up the first down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They're going to go play action with Penix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Penix now off the bootleg. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. So that'll cost them half the distance. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Third down, 3 to go. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. That's going to keep the drive moving. He's got the first down. Up past the 25. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble. Two first downs, and they are at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
It is 3rd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. (7-3) is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. High throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
Bateman is the motion man. Handoff here, up the middle, and the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. On play action, Penix. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
That is hot! What a job on the scramble! Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Carolina. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Panthers extend their advantage to 14-3. Halftime, coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. So we are at halftime, and the visiting Panthers are out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. Here comes 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. That's caught left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Now Penix to throw on second down. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. To throw is Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On third down, Penix. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
And now, after the pick six, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. 2-point conversion. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Panthers. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 17 and 18 on the year. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. Panthers will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On the handoff, running left, that's Taylor. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
The Panthers will take their first timeout. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll try the right side this time. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Sending a receiver right. Up the middle they go. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25. on 3rd and 1. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45.
At their own 46-yard line.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with
a fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Again, it'll be Taylor. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think their sideline celebrated just a little prematurely, because if you look closer, Mike, it's pretty clear. The receiver did not possess the ball while having both feet in bounds. Missed opportunity there, incomplete.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Could not get rid of the football. And they'll turn it over. Stopped on 4th and goal.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
Now a give on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Room to run at the 40. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
First and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Bateman is the motion man. Now a give up the middle. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. A tight end in motion now. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
A big hole through the middle of the field. And he will score. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Carolina. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Panthers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He'll drop to throw. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll get that one to Taylor. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Man in motion, heading left. Now a handoff, running right. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Owned back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. They send him right out of the slot. Play action. It's Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away, as he's standing right around his own goal line. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it. Going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. They send the tight end in motion. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Carrington Valentine. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.